What is happening, good people? This video is going to be about adding mods and integrating them into Lexy's guide. This process can be simple, and this process can also be difficult depending on the scope and depth of the mod you want to add. Texture and mesh replacement mods are a good example of simple mods. A lot of these mods don't even have plugins, so they can be pretty much dropped into place without much issue. I'll show you an example of that in this video. Also in this video, we are going to install Beyond Skyrim Bruma. This mod is a good example of something that takes a bit more involvement to integrate smoothly. That's because it's going to involve a lot of detective work as well as some possible conflict resolution editing in SSEedit. I don't have any neat and tidy steps to follow concerning this, more like some loose procedures, because you just never really know what issues you might encounter. So, what are these steps or procedures? Well, step 1, install the new mod, obviously. Step 2, see if there are any patches for the new mod that are relevant to your loadout. Step 3, check for conflicts using SSEedit. And step 4, perform some tests to see if your new mod is working and playing nice, stability and etc. Anyways, I'm sure there are a lot of ways of adding new mods safely, maybe even some better ways, but this is just how I do it. Alright, let's do it. Alright, the first example I'm going to use is Rudy HQ, high quality hay. This is a mod I tend to use in my playthroughs. I just really like the aesthetic of it. To me, it looks good, looks awesome. And it's a good example of a very simple mod that you tend to just drop into place. It's just a texture mesh replacer. So once you decide which mod you want to use, you want to do a little detective work, read the descriptions to see if there's any anything of note that you need to take care of, just in case. But no, this is just a very simple mod. It's telling you it comes with 2K or 1K options here. We go into files. You just got the main file here. It's a full mod. There's no patches or anything concerning it. Go back to descriptions. There's no requirements here. You would see like a requirements tab here. You would open it to see what mods this mod requires. This mod doesn't require anything. So let's go ahead and install it. I'll manage your download. Okay, now before we install it, let's expand all this. All mods, expand all. Let's go to the bottom because that's where this mod's gonna end up, right? Alright, now let's install it. Alright, so we got some options here. You make your choices. You could blow it up so you could get a clear picture. I tend to stick with 2K if I can. I'm going to go with version 3 because version 3 looks the best to me. You would choose whatever you want and then install it. Alright, after you install it, activate it and then click on the mod. And when you do that, when you click on it, it's going to show you everything. It's going to show you the mods that this mod is overriding. And you see that here. See these little green dashes? It means it's overriding assets in these mods. So let's investigate. What's it replacing? It's replacing stuff from High Poly Project, assorted mesh fixes, an official Skyrim Special Edition patch, and Skyrim Realistic Overhaul. That's cool. So then next question you gotta ask yourself is, what do these mods do? Do you want this new mod to actually overwrite these mods? And so let's see, High Poly Project, assorted mesh fixes. These are, well, fixes and enhancements to vanilla haystacks, I guess, in respect to the mod that we're installing. And so, yeah, we're going to want to replace these because even though these are higher quality versus vanilla, we specifically want this mod to prevail, I guess. So, yeah, it's cool that this new mod overwrites this stuff. And unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch and Skyrim Realistic Overhaul, yeah, that's fine. So we could leave it here. This is perfectly fine because it's not interacting with any other mods except for those two mods, and we want it to overwrite those mods. But it's not really, I guess, aesthetically pleasing to leave it there. So let's reposition it, and we want to position it below the last mod that it's overwriting. So that would be High Poly Project, which is in priority position 283. So we want to send this mod to 284. So right click, send to priority 284. Boom. All right. And let's double check to make sure it's where we want it. Yep, directly underneath High Poly Project. All right, now we want to see that it's working. So let's load up a game and investigate some hay bales, see to make sure that it worked. So drop down SKSC. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, looking very nice. Looking nice. Look how sharp that looks. You can see every single straw. Cool, cool. All right, let's look over here. Hey, cow. Move, cow. Yeah, look at these hay stacks, or these hay piles. Looking good, looking good. All right, so with textures and meshes and stuff like that, there isn't much testing required. You just take a look. It looks good. No weird clipping issues or nothing. Yeah, so we can consider this a success and move on. Beyond Skyrim Bruma. All right, let's tackle this bad boy. So let's not download anything just yet. Let's do some little detective work, little investigation here on the main page here. So let's go through this real quick. Here's the descriptions, little advertisements here, features. Hey, we're great. Check us out. Videos, okay, requirements. That could be important. Dawnguard, Hearthfire, Dragonborn, okay, we're good there. Installation, do not use Nexus Mod Manager. We're not. We're Mod Organizer 2 people, and it's recommended even. What does this say here? This mod is like making sure that both assets and Heartland are enabled in your load order, and that Heartland loads after assets. Okay, so that's important to know. Good to know. Manual installation, uninstallation. That doesn't concern us. Okay, here we go. Some patches. So let's look through this real quick. Room assigned SMIM. Yeah, that's us. We're using SMIM. Auto sorting. Where zones? No. Ordinator. Beyond Skyrim patch. Yeah, we use Ordinator. Realistic needs and diseases. Kind of. I'm gonna say yes because we're using I want realistic needs and diseases. I believe it's called. Same kind of deal. This may work for us. This may not work for us, but we will check it out. Fisherman Shack, no. Patchwork Convenient Horse, yes. We are using convenient horses. And what else we got? Alternate start options. Okay, we are using alternate start. But this particular thing is kind of beyond what we're trying to do here. We just want Bruma to work well with Lexy's guide to integrate it. This is sort of like a feature to add on top of that. So I guess that's a good example of this is something that you may encounter. Like when you're doing some detective work, you may come across some options you may want to add on top of what you're doing. And this is an example of that. I don't think we're going to do that. Because like I said, that's beyond the scope. If you want to, start a new game and play starting at Bruma, then yeah, go for it. Whatever. All right, facts. Sometimes we could find some interesting stuff here. What kind of people are looking for? No. What is beyond? Will this require a new game? Nope. You will be able. No. Don't do this, folks. I don't know why people think it's safe to do this. No. In fact, don't add any mods in the middle of the playthrough. Make sure you got that modding itch out of your system as much as possible. Just play the game. Because dropping this game onto a current playthrough, it's going to reshuffle form IDs. At the very least, you're going to end up with a bunch of naked NPCs walking around. Don't do this, guys. Don't do this. Yeah, I say yes, it requires a new game. I don't care what they say. All right. Okay, so this stuff is not relevant to us. All right, we're good there. All right, nothing we want to look at. All right, so requirements, we're definitely going to investigate here for a second, but I want to look at the posts here. I want to see what they say in the stickies, see if there's anything relevant. Dated 2017, talk about crashes. Once again, it's talking about like a load order, so we got to keep this in mind. Yeah, they even say not to use Nexus Mod Manager in the description, so this is kind of outdated. Here's something a bit more outdated. Issues, more issues, common issues. Okay. And then a regular post. All right, so this is something we're going to look at. If we have problems and we need some guidance, we can come back here and see if we can find some guideposts to follow. Okay, so let's go back into descriptions. Okay, let's see. Does this mod require another mod to work? This mod does not have no dependencies. Okay, so we can go ahead and install the game. Let's do that. Let's look at installation real quick again. Real quick. Was there anything special we need to know? Other than the load order here? No. Okay. So let's go and download these. I'm going to preemptively click on... Don't worry about this. This is nothing. Alright, so downloads. Beyond Skyrim assets, Bruma, and integration. These are all main files. Required. Okay, so we need all three of these. So let's start with this one. And then this one. And then this one. Okay. I'm going to go back to the front page here, and I'm going to install these in the order that they want us to arrange these ESMs. Okay, it's a pretty big download, guys, so it's going to take a little while. 2 gigs for that one. Alright, so once that's downloaded, we're going to install these in the order that it's recommended these ESMs be arranged. So it says BS Heartland after assets. So let's see, this one is assets, which means this must be Heartland because, yeah, this is the DLC patch, I guess. Okay, so let's start with assets then. And I'm going to rename this Beyond Skyrim Assets. Boom. We're not going to extract any BSAs, boys. Our next up, we're going to do the Bruma main here. In which case, we're just going to call this one Bruma. There we go. Nope, don't unpack that BSA. Now let's install this DLC integration patch. And we're going to rename that, of course, to DLC integration patch. Good. And don't unpack the BSA, guys. All right, let's activate these. And so we don't forget, so we don't have to constantly manually rearrange this stuff every time we run loot. So let's go and run loot now. Go all the way to the bottom. That's where they should be, right? Come on. Bloop. And they are not, because they're BSAs or ESMs. They automatically went up here. Oh, we're only concerned with this. We want Heartland to load after assets. So up here, I'm just going to type in Heart Land. There it is. BS Heartland.esm. Click on the 3 dots here. Edit metadata. Go down here to load after. Add new row. And then we're going to type in BS assets. So BSASS. And I'm not saying it. Why am I not saying it? There it is. BSA assets. Then save it. But don't actually run loot. We don't want to run loot just yet. We don't want it to rearrange these plugins just yet. Let's just leave it as is. Yeah, but we will nudge these up. Nudge up to 2 ESMs for now. Yeah. And we make sure Heartland is after assets. All right, JT, what we can do now? Well, let's install these patches, the ones that we know that we're going to need. So SMIM, Ordinator. We're gonna take a look at realistic needs. By the way, I'm pressing my scroll wheel acts as my mouse 3 button. If you don't have a scroll wheel, whatever, you can right click, open in new tab. I believe Chrome will let you do this. I'm using Firefox because I don't trust Google. All right, patch for convenient horses, and like I said, I'm not gonna look at alternate start. All right, so let's look at the Bruma sign SMIM patch. Patches the stone rest sign of Bruma signage to the stores and guilds and inns with SMIM meshes. Okay, that sounds good. All right, so we got to do our due diligence, load order requirements. So we want static mesh, improvement mod, load after. Yeah, well, that's already done. We don't have to worry about that. Because SMIM is not an ESM, I don't think. All right. Requirements, just needs Bruma and static mesh improvement mod. We already have those installed. And yeah, let's take a look. Files. All right, Bruma sign SMIM'd. All right, let's download it. I wonder if there's an ESM involved with this. I'm gonna click on manual, just take a look. There is a SMIM patch. All right, so we're gonna leave the name as is. So yeah, we're gonna investigate later to see if there's any conflict resolution that we need to worry about. Oh, there shouldn't be, because this should act as a conflict resolution between Bruma and SMIM, right? Okay, so we're done with that one. Let's go into Ordinator now. Beyond Skyrim. Beyond Skyrim exchanges to investor perk. This patch attaches the quest Beyond Skyrim asset investor perk to Ordinator's version of investor perk. Okay, so obviously this makes this patch makes Ordinator and Beyond Skyrim Bruma work nice, play nice together. All right, was there any requirements here other than Beyond Skyrim and Ordinator? Nope. All right, let's go ahead and download that. And go ahead and install it right away. I'm fine with that name. Let's go ahead and activate that. All right, close this out. Realistic needs and diseases. This mod extends based on, okay. All right, let's read the full description below real quick. Adds R&D features to every food and beverage added by Beyond Skyrim. Now you'll get satisfied by eating. Okay, so it's going to basically place tags on the food introduced by Bruma, so it works with realistic needs and diseases. It relies on, well, there's no requirements tab here, but it's saying here that it relies on an official Skyrim Special Edition patch. So that is requirement. We have that, of course. Official disintegration pack also required. Alright, we have installed that as well. That's this right here. Description. This is basically just telling you what it does. We could probably get away with not even installing this, honestly, if you don't care about the foods interacting well with realistic needs and diseases, but for the sake of completion, we are going to use this. If it's the right mod, if it works with the version of realistic needs and diseases that we're using in Lexy's guide. The load order should be as follows. I'm curious to see if we even have this plugin, or if that plugin was renamed, so I'm going to go into plugin here. Go to filter, type in realistic. Yeah, realistic needs and diseases.esp. Alright, so this should work for us, but of course we're going to do some further investigation. Make sure strong backup save. This is always true before trying new mods. Once again, do not install mods in a current playthrough. Don't do that! It's a huge pet peeve of mine now, all of a sudden. Alright, so we're going to assume that this is going to work for us, but of course we're going to do testing. So let's go and download it and install it. Realistic needs and diseases, use set for Beyond Skyrim. Alright. We're not going to unpack the BSA, no. Let's go and activate that. Moving on. Bruma and other patches for convenient horses. The summoning, harvesting, looting, storing features of convenient horses will work in Beyond Skyrim Bruma. And all these other ones. We actually installed patches from this for Falscar and stuff, so we've been here before. So, obviously we don't need all of these, just things that's specific to Beyond Skyrim Bruma. And of course convenient horses. Alright, so let's look at these patches. Come on. Alright, so we don't need to worry about that. Oh, actually, maybe we do. Alright, so we gotta do it from here. Alright, on to download. Alright, so we've already installed this foam mod. So in this case, what I want to do here, we're not going to reinstall Falscar, Grey Cowl, and all that again. We just want Bruma. So let's go ahead and untick these boxes. Before you press install, let's rename this. In fact, I'm going to just type in Bruma like that, so we know that this is specific to Bruma. Then install it. So, I mean, you could merge it with the other patches that we have here, but I want to keep this separate and keep it organized by keeping it with Bruma. So let's activate that. Alright, so that's it for those patches introduced here, but believe me, Beyond Skyrim Bruma is huge, and no doubt, I have no doubt that it's going to interact with other mods. Like, for instance, just off the top of my head, I can think of, like, what, Sky Test, right? Wild animals, you're going to want to add those characteristics to the Bruma animals, right? So there should be some patches concerning that. Alright, so that's where requirements comes in. So, let's take a peek. And it's a long list, guys, and you know what? Like I said, this is a big part of what we need to do with mods that are as in-depth as Bruma. Beyond Skyrim Bruma. So we're going to go through each one of these and see which one we need. And I'm going to mouse through it. I'm going to open them as I come across them. So CBBE, that's not us. Scamps, no. Clear map, Skyrim and other worlds. What is that? No, we're using a quality world map. That's not us. Query erase templates, alcohol, drunk effects, alternate start options. Nope, we've already addressed that. Well, alternate start, amulet, armors of Cyrodiil. Nope. Bathing in Skyrim. We're not using bathing in Skyrim, are we? No, we're using keeping it clean, so that's not us. Bears of the North. I know at one time Lexy did use that, but I don't think we use that anymore. So let's take a look. Bear. No, we use HD reworked bears now. Okay, so that's not us. Like I said, this is the investigating that I'm talking about. Fugitive, survival mode, Bruma, corrections, so fixes, that could be something. Mandatory. What does mandatory mean? Beyond Skyrim Bruma, Cyrodiilic armors, Bruma, Cyrodiilic horses, that's stuff that seems like that we're going to add on top, so that's not us. Enhanced map terrain for quality world map. Okay, that is definitely us. Keep going. Bruma, collections for mods, no. Needs, no. Italiano. Beyond Skyrim Bruma, tweaks, enhancements, and patches. Okay, that is possibly us. So we'll take a look at that. German, Chinese. Bruma, unofficial Iliad load screen hotfix. A hotfix. Alright, we'll take a look at that. Moonpath to Elsewhere synergy patch. What does that have to do with us? I mean, we do use Moonpath elsewhere, but what does Bruma have to do with that? All right, we will take a look at that. Spanish. Beyond Skyrim, Bruma, music in Skyrim. Nope, that's beyond what we're trying to do here. Bruma looks like more like a language. Yeah, language patch. Chinese, Portuguese, German, Russian. Beyond Skyrim, Bruma, upscale textures. I believe Bruma has... No, I'm not going to go all the way down. I could have swore I saw... You know what? I'm going to go down just to double check, make sure we don't need that. Close this up. Yeah, featuring improved high resolution textures. Yeah, we don't need that one. So now let's find that spot again. Alright, tweaks. Synergy for elsewhere. Russian upscale textures. Yeah, we don't need this. War zones, we're not using that. Weightless meteoric iron ore. No. Bruma's females. That sounds like overhauls of females of Bruma. That's beyond what we're trying to do here. But that might be something you're interested in. Creation Club Goblin Synergy, Invention Spells, Spanish Translation, Survival Mode Compatibility Patch. Survival Mode is not something we're using. We're using Frostfall. Timing is everything. We are using Timing is everything. But what Timing is everything does is either speeds up or delays when a quest starts. I'm not familiar enough with Bruma's quests to where I want to tinker with that. And that feels like it's beyond what we're trying to do here. If you're familiar with Bruma quests and you want a quest to start later or whatnot, you can do that. I'm not going to. Beyond Skyrim Bruma, CC Goblins, and Complete Alchemy and Cooking Overhaul Patch. We are using Kako, but what is the CC... Oh, Creation Club Goblins. That's not us. Beyond Skyrim Bruma, Location Styled Crafting. No. NPC Improvements. That's beyond what we want to do here. NPC iFix. I guess we'll take a look at that. Creation Club of Goblins again. What the hell? Equipment variant, not us. Just Skyrim. Skyrim in Skyrim. An integration mod. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to open it just in case. Loading screen conditions. No thank you. Scamp Fur. Better defendables. Better defendables. Forest grassland textures. No. CBBE. No. Unique border gates patch. That is us. Forgotten Cities patch. That is us, but in my mod removal video, how to remove mods, I removed Forgotten City. So Forgotten City is no longer part of this loadout for me, so I'm not going to install that. For you guys that didn't remove Forgotten City, yeah, you're going to want to use that. And other patches for convenient horses, we already installed that. Iliad Ruins, Parallax, Fur Huts, Outfits, Frost Crag, no. Chinese Translation, Smim patch, we already installed it. Ugly Love Script fix. So that's a fix. We may need that. Kako Beyond Skyrim Bruma patch. We definitely need that. Camping extended. Nope. More CBE stuff. Climates of Tamriel. We're not using that. Cloaks and capes. Mandatory download. Duh. What? If that has to do with Cloaks of Skyrim, we may need that. Convenient carriages. No. Cool beds. Display tome level. Oh, we are using that. Dual sheath patches, no. Eating animations. Enhanced solitude fixes, tweaks and enhancements. Required for Cyrodiilic College of Whispers add-on. Oh, that's not us. Fan art. Fixed mesh lighting. Okay. So that's more fixes. Take a look at that. Joester's add-on. Goblins power. Man, what's with these goblins? Jeez. High poly NPC overhauls. No, that's beyond what we're going to do. High poly project. Bruma bread patch. Okay, we are using high poly project, so let's take a look at that. Immersive horses, not us. Or is it us? Let's check. Nope, that's not us. I could have swore that was part of this guide at one time. Imps, complete needs, no. Yeah, this is a lot, but this is what you got to do, man, for mods like this. Ingot crafting, know your enemy. Yes, definitely. Lamppost Cyrodiil, no. Legacy of Dragonborn, Beyond Skyrim Bruma Synergy Patch, Chinese, no. But Legacy of Dragonborn is something we're using. Let's keep going. Literally unplayable, remove not needed. No, okay. Legacy of Dragonborn Pell Pass extension required for Bruma version. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like important. Majestic Bruma. Oh, Majestic Mountains. We got two versions here. One for 2.8, 1.3. Yeah, we're the second one here. So we use that. Keep going. More global plants. My road signs are beautiful. Nope, nope, nope. Omega. Yes. Ordinator Beyond Skyrim patch. We already installed that. Predators patches. Quinn's Unified Automated Self-Installing patch. Ooh, we may need this. Take a look at that. Requiem. Nope. High characters, scary ghosts, scenic view, Shrek, simplified Chinese, simply populated city of Bruma, no. Skyrim way shrines, no. Sky test, no cannibal wolves. We are using Sky test. Alright, we'll take a look at it. Does that also add stuff for Sky test? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Whisper Rose, Technicolors, Halls of Real, Tonebound, Tree Lords. No, that's for SFO. We're not using Skyrim Floor Overhaul. In fact, we're just going to use Dindalod. We would just rerun Dindalod anyway. Plentiful items. Unofficial Beyond Skyrim Bruma Creation Club. Unofficial Beyond Skyrim integration patches. If using all our Bruma Wares patch. That's not us. Unofficial Legacy of Dragonborn Beyond Skyrim Bruma Synergy patch. Alright, that is something we want to look at. BIS patch? I don't know what that is. Alright, Beyond Skyrim. Wiseman's Floral Fixes. Okay. Yeah, because we use the floral fixes, and yeah, that's it for this. Alright, now, we gotta sift through all of that, guys. See what we need and what we don't need. Alright, so, start from the left, move to the right. Beyond Skyrim Bruma corrections. What does this fix? A small and simple fix for some of Bruma's texture glitches. Last updated May 2021. Okay. Starting with a simple fix for guard gauntlets. Grimclaw and his pack now look actually like timber wolves. Some wooden defenses outside of Bruma were not snowy. Now they are. Alright, so this is a fix. Fixes for Bruma. Not necessarily needed. But Beyond Skyrim Bruma corrections. Oh, that is weird looking, isn't it? Okay. So this looks like something we're going to want to do. What am I looking at here? I'm not seeing any apparent problems. Alright, this is before. Now what is it fixing? I'm not sure. I'm seeing... I guess this looks a little bit clearer. A little lighter. That's before. What's broken? What's wrong with this? I'm not sure I'm seeing any fixes here, guys. Oh. There's a weapon here in the after. Oh, I see it now. The sword is hovering. Ah, okay. Alright, this seems worthwhile. Let's install it. Let's close this out. Bam. Next. Let's install it. There's a BSA. We don't want to extract it. I'm going to activate it. There should be a plugin. Anything that messes with geometry is going to have a plugin. Yeah. Alright, so where are we at now? Enhanced map terrain for quality world map. Take a look. I guess that's just what it looks like afterwards. Alright, wait a minute. Without quality world map. With quality world map. Okay, that's obviously what we want. Requirements. Yeah, we got both of those. Let's go ahead and install it. That seems worthwhile. Alright, so this one is going to have a specific placement. Because remember, quality world map's down here. So we're going to have to place this here. So this is going to actually be separate from the rest of the Bruma stuff. So let's go ahead and install it. And I'm going to preemptively just go ahead and move it up there. And then activate it. There we go. Alright. Let's close this out. Alright, Beyond Skyrim Bruma tweaks, enhancements, and patches. A collection of tweaks, enhancements, and patches. What does it do? One for the unofficial patch. This fixes several smaller bugs, both found in the CK as in Exedit. Okay. Resolves conflicts in the music records. Okay. When was this dated? 2019. When was the last time Bruma was updated? It was updated 13th, just a couple days ago, honestly. Something tells me this might not be relevant now. Oh, wait a minute. We do want this, though. Oh, and violins. Okay. So there's some stuff here that we do want. I don't think we're going to mess with the unofficial patch one, though. Yeah, concerning since it's not unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch isn't a requirement for this mod either. All right, let's take a look. Oh, it's gonna be like a full mod thing, isn't it? Oh well, let's do it. Install it. Download. All right. Here, choose this if you would like. SP Lite. Nothing. You know what? I am going to install it. I'll just investigate exactly what that does. Make sure it's actually something we want. So, next, Cloaks add-on. What is this? It doesn't even say what mod this is for. Is this for Cloaks of Skyrim? Doesn't even say anything here. Let's see what the posts say. Development on hold, support on hold. Final version 1.7. Wow, according to this, Legacy of Dragonborn has abandoned any patches for Bruma. We'll take a look at that. I'm kind of reluctant to install this right here. Alright, since I don't know what that is, maybe it adds Clicks of Skyrim to the guards in the game or whatever, but let's not mess with that. Campfire and immersive armors? No. I need no violence? Yes. Sky test? Yes. So let's do that. Alright. So that added what? 3 plugins? Yep. Sky test, violence, and unofficial patch. Yeah, this is the one I'm definitely going to investigate. But overall, we're going to investigate everything. Okay. Moving on. Unofficial Aliad load screen fix. This is not a problem for us because we have a loading screen replacer. So we're not going to worry about that. Moonpath to Elsewhere Synergy Patch. Moves Moonpath to Elsewhere's Khajiit Caravan from Fall Creek to Greenwood, southernmost point of County Bruma. I am not going to install this. I don't like the idea of this. So for you to start Moonpath to Elsewhere, you would have to start the quest for Bruma. Because you can't just enter Bruma, I know. So no, that's beyond what we want to do. I mean, it's a good idea, but no. Keep that quest starting in Fall Creek. Corrects broken parts of the eyes of all actors in Beyond Skyrim Bruma. Last updated 2019. Let's see what these people... Oh, there's only 3 posts. 2019. What is the eye bug? Are you guys seeing it? I'm not seeing any. How many endorsements does this have? 17,000 endorsements. Unique downloads 2,000. Alright, I'm going to install... Wait a minute, what's this do? This mod corrects the broken parts of the eyes of all actors of Beyond Skyrim Bruma. Makes it look less sleepy? I guess that's what it does. I don't know. It just looks like a aesthetic change to me. Alright, I will install it, but and we'll take a look at the NPCs. If they look weird, we'll just uninstall it. I don't know how I feel about this. But for now, we're going to install it. It's probably just some mesh replacers. Let's take a look. Yeah, just meshes. Alright, moving on.